So if you don't know, the Completionist is an IRL Deep Rock Galactic dwarf who completes video games. He's a pretty big deal in the gaming YouTube scene. He's been around for a long time, and he has a pretty massive, passionate fan base. The gaming community would regard him pretty well. Anyway, he ran a charity called Open Hand, and basically, well, the books, they look a mighty odd. You see, charities need to have their filings public, and along with a bunch of other evidence, the papers regarding Open Hand basically said they donated no money over the past few years. Now, ultimately, these are all allegations, and the IRS would need to investigate these things, the money and where it all goes. But Open Hand, along with the charity drives that they do, like Indie Land, basically didn't do what they said they would do. And what these things were supposed to do is give money to those with dementia to help with the treatment, study, and all of that. The running gag is that the Completionist forgot to donate the money. Get it? It's a dementia joke. This was pretty bad, but where it gets absolutely nuclear is the public discourse about all of these things. It all started with videos by Carl Jobst and Some Ordinary Gamers. You could tell where this was going based on the interview with the Completionist.
Carl, I don't have an answer. I think that's my fuck up. I have personally donated to AFTD and Alzheimer's Association over the years, and that's where, again, I assumed the money was going there to support them as we were talking negotiations about working with them. I don't really have a true answer for that, and that's on me completely, and I will own up to that. But, again, it doesn't fucking matter. You guys are going to say what you're going to say, and I can't stop it. But the important thing is that all the money is still in the account. None of it's spent erroneously. It's all above board. Like it's not hiding in a Cayman account or anything like that. And that's the thing about 501Cs.
Now, excuse me for reading into somebody's verbiage, but come on, the whole line about how it doesn't matter, you're going to say what you're going to say, speaks that he already thought that Carl and Muda were just drama farming rather than, genuinely looking into something or had morals or a reason for caring about any of this. It's just this cringe mentality that people look at drama coverage as this nothing but a big pack watch of someone on the basis of being mean, when, let's be real here, the money has been sitting in the account for a long time. The money could have been used to make an impact in supporting and helping those dealing with dementia and their families, much like Gerard dealt with his mother's dementia. Wow, almost like he should have donated the money.
I guess what I'm asking you guys is, what do you want me to do as soon as possible? If it's like, hey, Gerard, we want you to shut up and take the L so we can make content, that's fine. If that's what you guys think is the way to go, to call it a scam, sure. But I'm not trying to scam anyone. I would never try and scam in honor of my mom. I would not be outward facing knowing that I can get raked through the coals for.
Okay, so, you can tell, in my opinion, where Gerard's mentality is at. I kind of feel like doing drama for a while, you just kind of understand what people are saying. He sees this as him getting owned by the drama channels, or at least that's what it looks like to me, right? When really what needed to happen is super simple, and you'll hear me repeat this, he needed to donate the money. By the way, after the whistle was blown, all of a sudden, guess what happens? The money got donated. What a surprise. This entire thing starts collapsing around Gerard, and there are two sides to this, basically. So the correct side, which is, if you couldn't tell, it's that, you donate the money, which they did in 2 weeks, by the way, so why did it take years? And then you have the wrong side, which is gaming YouTubers hopping on Gerard's rod like he's going to do something for him. Yeah, really great opinions, anime YouTuber Bonsai Pop. I will now provide you with some charity plan B for all that dick you're riding. Really, the opposition feels that this is a Gerard pack watch and that, quote, charity is really hard, that Gerard is being targeted for his race, which, which again, his race is Ironsmith Dwarf. Ultimately, it comes up to the opinion that drama tubers and negativity in any capacity are always bad 100%. You know, the toxic positivity type of a YouTuber. I mean, let's be real here. Was it better the money kept sitting in an account? Or was it better it got donated? It's probably better if it was donated when you got it, because inflation, and so the value of that money has decreased over time, but, you know, let's not be too doomer about it. Seriously, it really didn't matter what Gerard said or how many appeals to emotion that this dwarf made, because ultimately, the hoard was sitting in a treasure chest. Now, by the way, let me address the comment about race. I mentioned this earlier, and yeah, I found out that Gerard is Lebanese. Now, to my knowledge, there's no relation between dwarfs, a fictional Tolkien race, and the Lebanese. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It is purely based on the fact that he has a beard and looks stumpy. Okay? I just didn't want to be labeled something I'm not. Much like Gerard wanted this drama out of the way, the dude's apology clapback was by far one of the most interesting apologies and non-apologies I've seen all year. And we've seen a lot of them. He dropped his mom's autopsy.
The Open Hand Foundation's formation. When my mother passed away in 2013, we donated her brain and spinal cord to the same academics and doctors we worked with to further advance their research. There's a link in the description to her autopsy report that confirms her brain and spinal cord were both donated to science. This was an extremely personal decision for us. Because of my family's history, we had considered all legacy efforts that we had personally made to be a part of the Open Hand Foundation's history.
Which is bananas. Not only is it completely inappropriate to mention, no one was questioning the validity of his mother's death, it was a humongous appeal to emotion, and in my opinion, was basically an inappropriate digging up of her grave, metaphorically, of course. Ultimately, the apology didn't work. One, because he went to sue the whistleblowers, and two, he only donated the money after the videos happened. The only people still on Gerard's side are people with like 2 IQ Andys over here. You know, the ass kissers. The Reddit's closed down. Gerard's reputation is ruined. And now, I mean, what charity will do work with Open Hand, right? Now that it's taken years to get the money to go anywhere. But if you thought this was a bad disaster of a drama, check out the recent updates with the Super Mega Drama here on Diesel IRL. Make sure to subscribe, baby.